Hello, everybody. My name is Howie. That's Levi. You're Levi. Welcome to Northwest Magic. Today, stop talking. We're going to talk about Blood Rites, the vampire deck. And we're going to get 10 cards in to upgrade it and make it the best vampire deck of all time, or not. And take out 10 cards. Levi, you want to try to butcher this guy's name?
Yeah, I would love to. Clavileño. It's almost like jalapeno, but Clavileño. First like of the blessed. One white and a black legendary creature, vampire cleric. Whenever you attack, target attacking vampire that isn't a demon becomes a demon. In addition to its other types, it gains when this creature dies. Draw a card and create a tapped 4/3 white and black vampire or demon creature token with flying. So it is important to know that it is an attack trigger, but it doesn't go away for that creature that you target. So you don't have to do it within the combat. It just kind of stays with it. It's like, okay, cool. I'm a demon now. I'm a demon and with my vampire body. I'm a vampire demon.
Yeah. And this guy doesn't have to attack, notably.
Yeah. Jalapeno doesn't have to attack. So he can chill on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So you know how these upgrade videos go. We were adding 10 cards and removing 10 cards. We're going to start with the ads. So I'll start us off. I'll kick us off with what we're adding. We are going to be adding some sack outlets. We figured might as well add a few of these, considering you want your vampires to die, right? So we threw in Ashnod's Altar. This is a very classic, relatively inexpensive sack outlet that gives you mana. For 3 mana, artifact, sacrifice a creature, add 2 colorless mana. Pretty dang solid. You want your vampires to die because they're going to just come back usually bigger, and you get mana out of it. Pretty dang neato, I would say so.
Super coolio. You would say so, jalapeno.
Ooh, jalapeno. Anyway.
That's it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you make mana, and then you can forcefully draw yourself cards, too, with that trigger you're giving your other vampires. When your vampires die, you make a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying, right? So we like sack outlets and we like doubling things. So we're going to add Mondrak, Glory Dominus. It's a 4 mana legendary creature, 4/4. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. And then it has 1 and 2 Phyrexian white, which means you can pay 4 life if you want instead of the 2 of the 3 mana.
of the 2 of the 3.
Sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures. There's a sack outlet, and then you put an indestructible counter on Mondrak.
Yeah.
Glory Dominus. So he kind of does a couple things that we want. You know, if we get 2 4/3 flyers, that's good value.
Yeah.
I like it.
For basically 1 mana and 4 life.
Yeah. You don't need the life.
You don't really need it. You're going to be gaining some life. You have blood artists and stuff in here. You're fine. He fits really well within this. He can protect himself, and it's even better that you get to sacrifice a creature while doing it, because a lot of the times in this deck, you actually want it to.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping up with the aristocrats theme that this deck presents, we have Teysa Karlov, 2 white and a black legendary creature, human advisor. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. She is a must. Yeah, she's a must in these kinds of decks. It's kind of crazy that she's not in the Precon, honestly. She's naps
because she's a human advisor.
Yeah, so she's not a vampire. Ooh, oh my gosh, but
yeah, but like
that's double die triggers, baby.
Yeah, which means not only do you do the Mondrak thing and get 2 4/3 flyers, but you also get 2 cards drawn from your library to your hand. That's where they come from when you draw cards.
Yeah, she almost does it slightly better than Mondrak.
Yeah.
Almost.
We're also adding Drivnod. It does the same thing. Like the exact same thing, except for it doesn't give you your tokens vigilance and lifelink. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
there's not
I'm
much
gonna talk
else
about-
we said. He basically does the exact same thing.
I'm going to talk about a different card.
Oh, okay.
A different one. You guys should add Sanguine Bond to this deck because this is a pretty cool precon because it comes with like a 35. It was like a $35 card.
Exquisite Blood.
Exquisite Blood. Thank you. I was gonna say Sanguine Bond again.
It
But
comes
when
with
you
Sanguine
mix
Bond. We should put
when you
Sanguine
mix
Bond in
these two cards together, it's 3 black, so 5 mana for an enchantment. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life.
Mhm.
So if you have both of these out, then you can, if anybody loses or gains life, you or your opponents,
You just win.
you win. You literally just win. You get enough triggers to drain everybody out.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty cool thing. Winning.
the same goes for Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose, as well.
Yeah.
He has whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Pretty much does the same thing. He's
It is the
just
exact
on
same
a
line
creature.
of text, word for word.
Yeah, he's just on a creature instead. So
And he can also give your stuff lifelink. So that's pretty cool too.
yeah, that can be useful sometimes. So
Yeah.
just for those little spicy combos that you want to put in there. We understand if you don't want to, but that's a nice, really spicy, just 2-card combo that wins.
Yeah. With a couple different cards that can be, either one. So it's super cool. Now, I'm going to bring it back to triggers. I love triggers. Everything about this whole game, I just love triggers, guys. We're adding my new favorite card. I can't stop talking about it. You already know what it is, Levi. Roaming Throne. 4 mana for, you knew it, for an artifact creature, Golem. 4/4. It has Ward 2. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Don't pick Demon. It's the chosen type in addition to its other types, and if a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So it's like even better than Teysa and Drivnod because not only are you doubling the dies triggers from your vampires, but you're doubling Clavilenios whenever you attack triggers, so you can get 2 attacking vampires to become, get that line of text when they die and make a 4/3 creature token flying. So super cool. Plus there's at least 13 other creatures, vampires in the deck that have triggered abilities, and this will make you trigger, which is what's my no sweeter words have ever been said.
Trigger. Yeah.
Trigger.
We love triggers.
Do it again.
We threw in Pawn of Ulamog, 1 black creature, vampire, shaman. Whenever Pawn of Ulamog or another non-token creature you control dies, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. It has sacrifice this creature, add 1 colorless to your mana pool. You could even have one of these things. Wait, can you have one of those things become a demon in addition? Yeah, you can.
No.
It has to be a vampire. Never mind. Okay.
Has to be a vampire.
Has to be a vampire.
But
no.
you still get mana
but
back.
you still get mana back. It's still pretty good.
And bodies that can sacrifice themselves to your Blood Artist, your Cruel Celebrant style effects.
Still really good.
Good synergy.
And you get mana out of it. So it just goes still really well. And it's a vampire.
Yeah. It's great.
What else?
I'm going to add Undying Malice. Excuse me. It's black. 1 mana, just black, for an instant. Excuse me, part 2. Until end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So, if your thing's going to die and you want to, bring it back, turn it into a attacking vampire part 2, you can totally do that. Or just use it as protection for your commander, because we don't have too terribly much of that in the deck. I think Swiftfoot Boots is in here, and maybe Lightning Greaves. I don't think Lightning Greaves is in here. But either way, it's another bit of protection for your commander, because you do not want to be casting your commander 400 times.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Undying effects. I feel like they're underused quite a bit, at least in Commander.
Yeah, 100%.
They are underused for sure. Yeah. Oh, and then we have Captivating Vampire. 1 black vampire. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. Tap 5 untap vampires you control gain control of target creature. It becomes a vampire in addition to other types.
Which means it can be an attacking vampire.
When I first like started playing, I played against somebody that had a captivating vampire, and the fact that you can just do this instant speed, just I tap 5 vampires here. I want to take that now. It's like
Wait
cool.
till it's attacking you, and then it's not.
Yeah, it's just yours now. Yeah, it's kind of nasty, and it is very likely that you're going to have at least 5 vampires to tap.
Yeah, especially when you're playing vampires and you're making vampire demon creature tokens.
Yeah, it
with flying.
Felt pretty dang broken. Like, until we got that off the board, it felt almost like we couldn't attack this person. So, pretty freaking nasty. So, those are our ads. They are really solid. Some are some pretty obvious ones. Some are some cool, kind of neato ones. So, all right. Now, for what you're all actually here for, the removes.
Yes.
We're removing 10 cards. Howie.
You probably skipped the first 10 cards to get to here. I'm going to remove this card because it doesn't do anything. It's called Nighthawk Scavenger. It's 1 black for a vampire. Believe it or not. It's a 1+ star 3. It has flying, death touch, and lifelink. Its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. This can be big. It can be big 3-mana flying, death touch, lifelink thing, but really, that's all it is. And we kind of want our gears to start turning for our things to die and stuff. Like, yeah, this is it is a solid card. I might have came on strong and said it sucks, but like, it just doesn't advance the game plan, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to lose this thing, you know, a lot of the time, because it's a nice lifelinker, and the fact that it's evasive too, so you don't really want to sack it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but yeah, basically just piggybacking off of what you're talking about. Yeah, with that, we also decided to take out Vona, Butcher of Magan, 3 white black. Vigilance, lifelink, and then tap, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent. Activate only during your turn. It's not instant speed, and it's kind of a lot of mana. It
is instant speed, but only during your turn.
Or sorry, yeah,
lame.
That's what I meant. It's only during your turn.
Instant speed.
Yeah, it's not. You can't do it on anybody else's turn.
And 7 life is a big ask. You're paying 5 mana and 7 life to destroy a non-land permanent.
And it's probably you might be able to do it once, and then maybe somebody will just you won't be able to really keep it up as a blocker ever either.
It's not good.
It's just it's a lot for what, like, if you have this in your hand, you're gonna be like, I wish I had something else. But it's just gonna be rare. You'll have.
I would consider this in like a deck where I know I'm gonna gain like a lot of life, which you don't really do that in this deck. The only time you gain a lot of life is when you win with that Sanguine Bond Exquisite Blood combo. But you don't need the life at that point because you won player removal.
You said it, Howie. Let's give him another one. Let's give it what the people want.
Kindred Boon. It's 2 white for an enchantment. As
this card's weird.
It enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. It has 1 and a white to put a divinity counter on target creature you control of the chosen type. And it says each creature you control with a divinity counter on it has indestructible.
Divinity!
Divinity! That's a video game, I think.
Original Sins, yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, 4 mana to put it down and have it do nothing. And then you have to pay 2 more mana to make 1 thing indestructible. Whoa!
Which we want our stuff to die, so the indestructible stuff isn't that great. We could make our tokens indestructible afterwards, because we're not going to get extra triggers off of those, but
I mean, for 6 mana, there's already
6.
probably, I don't know, 7 mana is a Chroma's Memorial. Wait, no, I don't think that one makes them indestructible. What's the one I'm thinking of? It makes everything indestructible, and then you got a Phyrexian Eldrazi Monument. Yeah. I think that's like 5 mana or 6 mana or something.
It's 5.
You might as well just use
5.
that. Just put that in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would add instead of this. Like,
yeah,
that one's way better.
I'm actually also not sure on the rulings. I think that if your opponents get rid of this, your divinity counters don't do anything. I think this gives the divinity counters the indestructible properties.
Oh, God.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
they're not
bad.
Indestructible counters. It's a weird card. I'm not actually sure on that. Let me know in the comments what you think the ruling is.
Yeah,
if I
that's weird.
know what I'm talking about.
That's a weird one.
Delete another deck from the card from the deck.
Sure thing, Grandpa. Oathsworn Vampire, 1 and a black. When it enters the battlefield tapped, cool. You may cast it from your graveyard if you gained life this turn. It does synergize with the sacrificing, but like we've just replaced it with just simply better vampires. That's really all it comes down to.
Also, only if you gain life this turn, which you will gain life sometimes, but that's not a consistent part of our strategy. And like you said, it does kind of fit, but it's just not. It's not pulling its weight. You know?
Yeah, it just simply
if I
got
pick between
replaced.
Roaming Throne and this, it's a dumb chair all the time.
It's a dumb chair all the time.
So,
yeah,
that's what we have to say about that card. I'm gonna talk about Heirloom Blade. 3 mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand and then rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. What this basically equates to is like 4 mana, draw 1 later.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
There's just few equipments that are good. I'll say it. That's a Levi hot take. Honestly, there's just like a handful. It's true. In my opinion.
I would say there's less than 20.
Yeah. I could probably fit 20 in my hand.
Anyway, I think that I'm in the camp where more words on the card does not mean a card is good. And this card has a lot of cards that mean nothing to me. Like, what does put even mean? Talk about a different card.
Yeah, I don't like that. Another artifact, Glasscast Heart. It's 2 and a black artifact. I just said, whenever 1 or more vampires you control attack, create a blood token. For those of you that don't know, it's 1 and tap to discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. It's kind of whatever. Black and tap, pay 1 life, create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink, and then 2 black and tap, sacrifice Glasscast Heart and 13 blood tokens. Each opponent loses 13 life and you gain 13 life.
Waste.
Yeah.
Big L, dude.
I'd rather just have the Veto of the Dusk Rose. He's the same mana.
Yeah, and like
instead of this. This is like so many side quests.
Yeah, same thing as Heirloom Blade, where it's like the more cards does not mean a better card, or more words. What?
more words does not mean a better word.
More words doesn't mean shit, bro.
The tap and pay 1 life to create a vampire is the best part about this. It's really not that bad. Good. Yeah, it's not amazing by any means.
I don't like it at all.
But it's not worth it.
This might be
worst card.
If a card coming up wasn't already the worst card in the Precon, it'd probably be this card. I have nothing less to say about Glasscast Heart, so I'm going to talk about Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. What a cool name for a bad card, right? So it's 4 mana for a 3 loyalty planeswalker. It's a Sorin. It has a +1 to put a 1/1 vampire with lifelink on the battlefield. It has a -2, and this is the best part, and it's still just okay. You get an emblem with creatures you control, get +1/+0. 4 mana for an Anthem. That's just +1. It's not that good. I mean, yes, they can't remove the emblem, but it's just not that good. I would much rather play anything else in my entire hand than this for 4 mana. It also has a -6, which you will never reach, that says destroy up to 3 target creatures and or planeswalkers. Return each card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. It's not good, and it's boring.
Slow. He's the same mana as Roaming Throne. 4 mana. So, think about that.
The chair.
Then another vampire, Dusk Legion Zealot, 1 and a black. Vampire Soldier. When enters the battlefield, draw a card and lose 1 life. He replaces himself. It's you know, cute. And he's another vampire. To just kind of be on the battlefield. There's a lot of little 1/1s and 2/2s and 1/2s and 2/1s in this deck. He's the lower impact ones.
I actually like this one. He is low impact.
Yeah.
But I do like that he replaces himself for 2 mana.
Very good.
Pretty cool.
Very good.
Just, honestly, he's a measly little dude. But that was the hardest one for me to cut, honestly. I really wanted to keep him, but couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't do it.
So, 2 left?
Yeah, but we can just put them together.
I'm going to wrap them up into 1 because
and a nice little
I hate
bow
Temple of the False God more than any card you could ever imagine. I've talked about this card for like 45 seconds more than I wanted to in my whole life. It's a land that taps for colorless, only if you have 5 or more lands. So it's dead for half the game, and when you get it later, it's just like, did I need to wait 5 turns for this?
No, you didn't need to.
Dead card, don't like it. We can cut the land. Our mana curve's fairly low. And then we're cutting the white hideaway land. It's called Windbrisk Heights. It has hideaway 4. Useless, not useless. It's not useless at all. I just don't want to hear. We had too many lands, and I wanted to get rid of a tapped land that only taps for 1 mana or 1 color. Yeah, I don't even care to read the card. Just take it out. Honestly, we don't need to.
It's an obtainable hideaway. You just have to attack with 3 or more creatures in order to do it. But we have a relatively low mana curve anyway, so it's like whatever. You're paying a white and then tapping this to probably get a 4 mana thing out, and it's like you're getting like a 2 mana cost reduction. Yeah. Regardless, doesn't matter much. It's just kind of measly. And anytime a land comes in tapped, especially when you're running a deck that is like, you kind of want to be putting out things quickly, and if you get something that comes in tapped, it's just going to slow you down. Like, some of your most important turns with decks like this are honestly like in the first half of the game, to be real with you. Like,
yeah,
when it comes to these kinds of decks anyway,
you want that momentum.
You want a strong start, and you want to keep it there. So
you get that a lot in the tribal decks. It's very low for the most part, unless you're playing dinosaurs or dragons.
Yeah.
You want that momentum. You want to hit hard and hit fast. These are like our aggro decks of the format.
Anyway, those are 10 adds, 10 removes. Like, comment, subscribe.
Tell me what your favorite vampire is and why it's Galta and Maverin. Couldn't fit it in the deck. Wasn't enough room.
It wasn't enough room. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.